Hi, James here. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make money on YouTube with a brand new channel with James. And in a moment, you'll understand why you need to be utilizing YouTube and how to do it, even if you don't want to put yourself on camera. But before that, be sure to like and subscribe below and leave a comment on your experience on YouTube, both on and off camera. Let's roll. So even if you're camera shy, it doesn't matter. You can utilize YouTube because it's the most powerful platform on the planet to generate free traffic. Now I'm going to talk you through the why and how to gain authority in any niche. So first and foremost though, we just need to point out that Google owns YouTube. So as long as we can give Google and YouTube what it wants to rank our videos, Google is going to play YouTube videos and place them at the top of Google. Now it's not SEO in the traditional sense. So anyone thinking that this is SEO, it really isn't, because SEO is where you're trying to rank your websites on the front page of Google. Now Google doesn't like taking traffic away from Google. They really don't want to rank your websites. They just want you to click its ads. But it has to stay a search engine, otherwise people won't go there. So you have this constant battle, and over the last few years they've got these panda and penguin slaps where you've got to game the system if you want to rank for anything. So because Google wants to rank the videos that are relevant, you just need to make sure you don't confuse it and you give it everything it needs and you create that social content. So you do these three things all together and you do it on the most powerful platform on the planet, you'll get ranked. Remember, YouTube generates income for Google. So obviously for Google and YouTube, the only way they make money is advertising. Google and YouTube are the two biggest search engines on the planet. So we're not talking about just reaching 3 people in Egypt. We're talking about prime real estate. This is opening a store on Times Square, having your star on the Walk of Fame. It's the first place that everybody goes to search for something. And because of that, Google wants to rank our videos right away. And we get top rankings on both Google and YouTube by giving them what they want. And then we also get an abundance of targeted free traffic, people who are searching for specific things. So it's red hot. Now I'll show you in a minute how we tap into this. And obviously it's 100% free. It's always going to be free, fortunately, and it's also really growing rapidly. In fact, 50% more millionaires are being made every single year on YouTube. Now, I want to address some common myths about YouTube. The first common myth is that you need to show yourself on camera. Now, understand some of the most popular videos are actually just slides and music. So here's a quick example. If we go into YouTube and search this phrase, simple and natural ways to avoid pimples. So by pulling that up, you'll see the first one is this one, simple and natural ways to avoid pimples. 731,000 views. Now, if you click onto it, it is literally slideshow with music behind it. And not actually a really good one as well, too. Let me just silence this. And so you can see, just in a few seconds, this has music behind it. They have these 10 tips, not really even good tips. This is March of 2014, but this has 731,000 views. If you look down here, too, in vidIQ or in TubeBuddy, it'll show you here the video tag is #1 for this one. It's got some other number 3 for other tags in there, and this is important. We'll talk about this later on in our strategy. But the main thing is no one's on video. There's no these are just literally slides with music behind it with 731,000 views. So you don't have to be on camera. Now, does it help? I think so. I think it's better because people connect with people, but you can have this option. Using other services like Vidnami or Lumen 5 are also incredible to do that as well. One way to use video or YouTube for your business is to post a video that gains traction and then use something called AdSense, where you don't even own a product, but by promoting something that people want to see and share, you can generate, say for every 10,000 views, about $100. So a video with 700,000 views would generate about $7,000. That's not bad. But how to generate 700,000 views, there's the rub. And the key is engagement, not production quality. This is beyond just slides and music. There are incredible platforms to produce videos like Vidnami, Lumen 5, and others. I'll leave a link down below. But they create not only striking videos, but they also can do voiceovers as well, even for people who aren't native English speakers. Now there are some links below to these with some really good deals as well. Now another option, you can literally create a video in 10 minutes using Fiverr.com. You could actually outsource this. Or you can also use free tools like iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, Jing, and you can get royalty-free pictures from Pixabay or Pexels for free. You can also get music from YouTube for free. Now these you could post in 10 to 15 minutes. Honestly, this is pilot proof. The main difference here is that whatever you put has to give value. As long as it gives value, it's going to generate income. Now we don't bother with this method of trying to get likes and subscribes and views because it takes a lot to get a video to 700,000 views. And you'll make a decent amount of money with AdSense, but if you have a video that's getting you 100 views doing what we do, then it's going to make you an amazing amount of money. Why? Because we only need a few clicks for it to generate income. What we do is put a product link in the description and comments. We use video to do this, and you'll be able to save yourself thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook or Google Ads. Also, to increase the results, you can use a sales funnel to boost your conversions. Now remember, we can outsource the work on Fiverr, where you might pay maybe $5 or $10 to get videos or scripts created, and then using the free tools like iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, etc., or other services like Skype, so you can record videos, or you can just literally use your PowerPoint or Keynote. Again, if you don't want to do this or you can't do this, use Fiverr.com or Upwork, and for $5 they'll do it usually the same day as well. I mean, we can upload them, on a YouTube with free music, and then we rinse and repeat. Now, if you post, say, 5 videos in hot categories like beauty or pets, and there's so many niches even in internet marketing, and you can go into these other nations also and get thousands of views. You don't need to do anything. You rinse and repeat, and you get 5 or 6 videos going, and you'll make an amazing amount. So myth number 2 is that it takes months to get ranked. But this is one of the most common myths that people have. It doesn't take months to get ranked as long as you give Google and YouTube what it wants. If you do, it ranks videos immediately. And actually you get more clicks on your ads because it's organic. So you'll actually get more real estate than the ads do. Now, myth number 3, people think you need subscribers, likes, and comments to succeed. This myth is one of the main reasons that most people avoid YouTube, because they think you've got to grow this massive channel. Instead, we're generating profits all with free traffic, even in the first 2 weeks with a brand new channel. Now, I've got tons of training coming on this, which is actually going to go through some groundbreaking strategies. So be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell to get notified. Now, the reason we can do this is engagement. It keeps your rankings at the top, while the subscribes, likes, and comments are more about vanity. See, Google and YouTube really don't care about those things. I mean, it may matter slightly, and obviously, if someone comes to your video and they bounce away, Google doesn't want to show it because it's not relevant. But that's the biggest myth, and it really makes me laugh. Now, another myth is that you can only make money from YouTube on AdSense. Unfortunately, this is the hardest way of doing it. Now, if you want to go like enter a talent show, X Factor, something like that, that you can actually win, and you may make a bit of money. That's great. But if you think back in the day, maybe 5 years ago, you could just be some idiot on YouTube. In fact, there are still idiots on YouTube that are doing this. The problem with this method is you have to continue doing what you did to bring people there in the first place. You want to be a YouTube star? Great. Well, bear in mind, I mean, even today, when you ask kids under 16 what they want to be, the #1 profession is become a YouTuber. That type of business that YouTube is doing is getting really saturated. But for e-commerce or affiliate marketing, we only need a small amount of clicks. We don't need to become YouTube stars. We don't need 1,000 subscribers. We just need to basically get a few clicks around a product and show up everywhere for that product. And you can generate huge profits. Now, you don't have to do it through ads either. You usually can't make that much money with AdSense. I mean, it's really hard to make money off AdSense, and there are ways around it. And unfortunately, there's still a lot of big gurus that are still saying this, that in YouTube, they only make money with AdSense. But myth number 5 is that it's too hard to get started. Our research shows, though, it shows differently. The first thing that you want to do, though, is create a YouTube channel. Now, you just need a Gmail account. It takes 15 minutes. You can create a free 1-minute demo and upload that in, say, 30 minutes. Or you can outsource it on Fiverr, get it back, and then upload it. Again, it'll take 30 minutes. Now, you might have to wait a few hours for the video to be produced, but Fiverr's pretty good. They'll usually get it the same day because they're pretty fast. You could put some pictures together on, from Pixabay, and that might take a little longer, especially if you're not tech savvy. But all that, let's say it takes an hour tops. Now, in an hour, you could actually generate income that could come in for years. Seeing what some of these people have done, it's not that hard to get started. But here's the advantage. There's an entrance barrier because everyone else, they're thinking of all these big channels on YouTube and the work involved in all that. We don't really need all that to generate money. So to do all this effectively, you only need to have really 3 things. So the first thing you need to do is have searched for traffic. Now, if you go to one of my favorite tools, Keywords Everywhere, and you'll basically be able to look and see all of your keywords in Google. Now, this tool used to be free, and there's a charge for it. It's like $10 for 100,000 search terms. But to give you an idea how long this lasts, I've been using this for almost a year and still have 90,000 left. It's super inexpensive. Now, this plugin is on Chrome or Firefox as well, and it'll show you all the search for traffic inside of Google, and it even gives you suggested search terms as well. So then you basically just make sure that there's search for traffic, then you make sure that the product or whatever you're trying to rank for has search for traffic in Google. The second thing is that you want to make sure you've got a buying keyword. Now, to know this, you need to simply look and see if there are ads, because if someone is paying for ads, that means there are buyers. Again, check out my video on the red ocean later in this series. Simply put, if the water's red, that means blood, and that means there are fish there. So we see there's search for traffic and buyer keyword second, that you still have volume. You can do this for any product out there. The reason this is so powerful, it used to be if we're looking to buy or purchase a product, we just Google it and then go and buy it. But now we live in a world that's a little bit more skeptical. We've got all these review sites and Amazon and TripAdvisor to Comparison Shop, or all kinds of places we can go to get extra trust. And YouTube is one of those places. People, they do a lot of reviews on YouTube. So we're now accustomed to go and seek out added trust. So if someone searches for our phrases and we have authority, this places our listings on the first page of Google. So if someone goes and searches for a product and they see, don't buy until you watch this video, or here's a review of this product, and these show up in the carousel, those top 3, 6, or 9 videos, that is big real estate on the front page of Google. And this also preconditions us to automatically trust whatever that content is. And guess what? We're going to get the sale. Now, my friend Paul has had this work where he's gotten the sale, in fact, instead of the actual vendor. Now, this works because we add that trust, and we do this with just 3, 4, 5-minute videos. Or with e-commerce, we can put some pictures in there. We don't even need to put ourselves on camera. But we are utilizing YouTube. But as long as we add trust and it's a relevant video, and don't forget, that's the #1 factor that YouTube looks for. So long as it's relevant and we supply them with the link in the comments down above the fold, their brain wants to complete that open loop. It doesn't want to go for 5 or 6 or 7 more videos. They really don't want to have to go through the 7 or 8 different steps. They literally just want to click that link. And that's where you help them. You aren't selling them. Remember, they were searching for this. All you're doing is making it easier to purchase what they were looking for in the first place. You've given them a better feeling than when they first searched, and you're confirming their decision. Now, there's some extra things you can do at this point. We've recently discovered that if we can give them a discount or a bonus, it can help them actually take the next step. The other benefit to this method, that our work just continues on. We can create 10 videos, again, half an hour or an hour's work top each. Or if you outsource it, you could do the whole thing in an hour. Just send them off to Fiverr, and then we plug them into your channel. Now, these videos go to work for you 24/7. They don't get tired. They don't take breaks. They're available at 2 in the morning when someone searches for your phrases. And this is free traffic that we didn't spend a penny on our own for advertising. Your goal is to create authority. And to do that, we start with these trust videos. See, they're solving a problem, or they're talking about this product. And that's all we do. We don't do any selling. We don't overcomplicate it. We don't overproduce or hype up the videos. We just do clips, music, slides, or if you know the product and you want to talk about it, you can do that. But if you're camera shy, it's okay. Now, as we put these videos together, people will get to know you and will opt in. Now, these videos can also be part of your education for them too. YouTube is totally happy to have them opt in because it keeps them on their channel longer. Now, if you add this to a simple sequence or a funnel that sends them back to your other videos, then you can get really insane open rates. Why? Because they trust you and have opted in, obviously. Now, when you open email for things that you've opted in for, so it's expected. And then they watch them all the way through because obviously each one is offering them different value points. Each is to the point and relevant. So each one of those videos gets watched, and this spikes back to YouTube. YouTube then starts to really create you as an authority, so you're building know, like, and trust with your audience, and know, like, and trust with YouTube. YouTube suddenly gives you this authority around that product, and you start showing up everywhere. And then you start picking up really an abundance of traffic. And because you're giving them links in all of these, then as they see more of you, they decide to purchase because you've helped them. You've added value. Does that make sense? So if you want the full training on how to do this and set all this up correctly, Paul has a special deal. If you click the link down below, you can also get access to his entire system. Now there's a link in the above the folder in the comments down below or somewhere in this video to be able to grab this right now. Now we've got some exciting videos also coming up in this series. I'll show you different strategies each day on how you can use YouTube, and obviously if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you can get notified of future training that I've got coming out. I've got some great stuff planned, especially for this year. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the 5 best ways to make money on YouTube. So be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below if this has helped you with your new channel. And you should see the link come up here or check in the comments or description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.